Updated July 21, 2018, 21 hours 58 minutes and 53 seconds. The Dragons account for the Cowboys, setting up the possibility of a three-way tie for top spot on the NRL ladder, after the West's Tigers claim the scalp of the Rabbitohs and the Knights surge past the Titans. Dragons defeat Cowboys to threaten for top spots. George Illawarra has snapped a two-game losing streak with a convincing 24-10 victory over North Queensland in Townsville, taking them back to the top of the NRL ladder. Matt Duffy and Gareth Widdop starters Paul McGregor's side sealed a win that lifts them above South Sydney on points difference. Jason Nightingale, Duffy and debutant Jordan Pereira scored tries for the visitors, while Gavin Cooper notched the Cowboys' only four-pointer. The Dragons came out firing, with Duffy breaking the line with a shimmy inside Jonathan Thurston before laying on a try for Nightingale after 2 minutes. Two penalties from Thurston reduced the margin, the second after Jack DeBellin was penalised for slowing the play the ball and was sent to the sin bin. Cowboys took full advantage, with veteran forward Gavin Cooper scoring his third try in as many games. Cooper collected the ball after a tackle on Kane Lynn at 2 metres from the line and faked a pass right to wrong foot Ben Hunt before he dived over on the left-hand side. The electric Duffy ensured the lead would not last, with a try just after the half-hour mark. Fed by Widdop, the fullback raced through a gap in the Cowboys' line before diagonally making a beeline for the uprights. Although Tamir Martin took him to ground, he could not hold on to the tackle and Duffy got up and dived over. DeBellin made amends for his early error by forcing a turnover late in the half, and Hunt ghosted through the line before feeding Tariq Sims, who scored. 10 minutes into the second half, the game was effectively over as Widdop's perfect kick to the left wing was collected by Pereira, who scored his first NRL try. The committed Dragons defence denied a way back into the game for last year's grand finalists, who remain second last on the ladder. AAP West's Tigers claim another big scalp, beating Rabbitohs. The West's Tigers have celebrated Robbie Farah's 250th game milestone and ruined John Sutton's 300th, with a stunning 22-6 upset of NRL leaders South Sydney. The Tigers produced arguably their best performance of the year to not only keep their finals ambitions alive, but end the Rabbitohs' winning streak at 9. More importantly, the impressive victory in front of a strong crowd of 25,963 on Saturday lifts the Tigers to within 4 points of the top 8 with 6 games remaining in the season. The win may have come at a cost, however, with rookie Luke Garner, winger David Nofoaluma and Farah all failing to finish the night due to concussion. Farah, playing against the Rabbitohs for the first time since his mid-season switch in June, left the field in a medicab following a head clash with George Burgess in the 71st minute. The Tigers had 5 head injury assessments, with only Elijah Taylor returning to play. For the Rabbitohs, the heavy defeat opens the door for defending premiers Melbourne or St George Illawarra to move to the top of the table by the end of the round. Their 6 points is the lowest by the league's best attack this season. Down 10-0 at half-time, the Rabbitohs had a number of looks at reducing the deficit in the second half, but were turned away by a Tigers defence reminiscent of their early season form. A Moses Mbye try extended the lead to 16, however it wasn't until Corey Thompson's 80-metre intercept try in the 67th minute that an impressive win was sealed. Rabbitohs 5/8 Cody Walker nabbed a consolation try to avoid their first scoreless effort in over 2 years. The early signs pointed to boilover at Sydney's Olympic Stadium, with Isan Masters crashing over in the 8th minute following huge runs from the Tigers forwards. Sam Burgess tried hard to inspire his teammates with some crunching hits, including a jolting stop on Farah that was put on report despite minor contact to the head. However, the Tigers continued to absorb all the pressure before turning the heat back on their opponents through Nofa Olamer's diving effort for a 10-point lead at halftime. Rabbitohs fullback Alex Johnston also left the field late with a knee injury. AAP Knights scorch past Titans in Newcastle. Knights have scored 20 points in the final 25 minutes to come from behind and beat the Gold Coast 30-24 in Newcastle. With Mitchell Pearce back in the Knights lineup for the past 2 weeks after missing the middle part of the NRL season with a pectoral injury, the Knights claimed back-to-back wins for just the fourth time since the start of 2016. After the Titans led 24-10 early in the second half on Saturday, the match swung when Gold Coast 5'8" AJ Brimson was downed with a serious head knock. Play was stopped for 3 minutes after he got himself in an awkward position while attempting to tackle Newcastle's Lachlan Fitzgibbon, and he was taken from the field for a head injury assessment. Fitzgibbon was the beneficiary after play resumed as he ran onto a Danny Levi ball out of dummy half to cross and narrow the margin to 10. Mitch Barnett repeated the dosage moments later, again crossing from first receiver in the 60th minute to bring the Knights back within 2 before they kicked a penalty goal. Sean Kenny Dowell then gave the Knights an unlikely lead when Connor Watson went down the short side and turned the ball back inside to his center to cross with 8 minutes to play. The Knights held on to claim the win, moving them up to 18 competition points and level with 10th-placed Canberra, but only behind on for and against. They would, however, require a minor miracle to have any hope of playing finals football. The Titans appeared to have control of the match after Mitch Rain dominated the tempo either side of halftime. After coming off the bench in the 30th minute with scores locked at 4-4, he got a flick pass away for Nathan Peets before Moaki Fotuika dived on a loose ball to score. After the Knights got it back to 12-10 at halftime, Rain was again influential in creating space for Philip Sammy to score on the left wing before Anthony Don crossed in the next set on the right to make it 24-10 before Newcastle kicked into gear. AAP NRL ladder topics. NRL Rugby League Sport first posted July 21, 2018, 14 hours 28 minutes and 45 seconds.